Earth Science, Chapter 1, Section 1. The scope of Earth Science. Earth science is the study of the Earth and the universe around it. The study of the Earth began thousands of years ago, and early discoveries were limited to observations of phenomena that could be seen with the unaided eye. And Earth science assumes that the causes of natural events or phenomena can be discovered through observation and experimentation. Notable early discoveries in Earth science. Chinese in 780 BCE kept records of earthquakes. The Greeks in 200 BCE cataloged rocks and minerals. The Maya built observatories to track the movements of the moon, sun, and planets. And Babylonians charted the positions of planets and stars nearly 4,000 years ago. And farmers throughout history have used the movement of the planets and stars and phases of the moon to track seasons so they would know when to plant crops. Branches of Earth Science. So Earth Science is a vast field of study. It's often multidisciplinary, which means it includes other sciences, multiple sciences. So biology and physics and chemistry are all included in Earth Science. There are 5 major branches of Earth Science. So you have meteorology, we have geology, we have environmental science, we have oceanography, and we have astronomy. So astronomy. Astronomy is the study of objects beyond Earth's atmosphere, including the entire universe. One of the oldest branches of Earth science. Early astronomers merely described the locations of objects in relation to each other, but they were still observing things in the sky. Modern astronomers use telescopes as well as other instruments to study the sun, the moon, the planets, and the universe. Meteorology. Meteorology is the study of the forces and processes that cause the atmosphere to change and produce weather. Meteorologists study atmospheric conditions using satellites, radar, and other technologies, and meteorologists also try to forecast the weather. Some meteorologists study climate, and we call these scientists climatologists. Geology is the study of the materials that make up Earth, the processes that form and change these materials, and the history of the planet and its life forms since its origin. There are specialized fields for geologists, including earthquakes, which these are seismologists, volcanoes, which are volcanologists, exploration for natural resources, these are mineralogists, and Earth's history through the study of rocks and fossils, these are paleontologists. So geology has a lot of different specialized fields. Oceanography is the study of Earth's oceans, which cover nearly 3/4 of the planet's surface. Oceanographers may study creatures that inhabit salt water, so those are marine biologists. They could study chemical and physical properties of ocean water. They could study tides, waves, and currents, and ocean movements in general. They could study the structure of the ocean floor. So oceanography is a rather large field of study. Environmental science. So ecology is the study of interactions of organisms with their surroundings. Environmental science is ecology plus the effects that humans have on natural systems. So environmental scientists study positive and negative impacts on the environment. Some example topics include the use of natural resources, effects of pollution, alternative energy sources, and the impact of humans on the atmosphere. Subspecialties. So we have astronomy. You can have astrophysics, which studies the physics of the universe, including the physical properties of objects found in space. You can have planetary science, which studies planets of the solar system and the processes that form them. For meteorology, you can have climatology, which studies patterns of weather over long periods of time. You have atmospheric chemistry, which is the chemistry of Earth's atmosphere and the atmosphere of other planets. Geology has subspecialties of paleontology, which studies the remains of organisms that once lived on Earth, and ancient environments. Geochemistry, which studies Earth's composition and the processes that change it. Oceanography, you can have physical oceanography, which studies the physical characteristics of oceans, such as salinity, waves, ocean currents, etc. Marine geology, which is somebody who studies or the study of geological features of the ocean floor, including plate tectonics of the ocean. So for environmental science, you could have environmental soil science, which studies interactions between humans and the soil, such as the impact of farming practices, effects of pollution on soils, plants, and groundwater. You can have environmental chemistry, which studies chemical alterations to the environment through pollution and natural means. So there are a lot of subspecialties in earth science. Importance of earth science. Earth science allows us to make better predictions of potential disasters, which can help save lives and property, help us understand our place in the universe. So you are here, Milky Way galaxy, you are here. Access to natural resources, so finding natural resources, and also wise resource use, so using resources in a responsible manner. Earth's systems. So Earth has four main systems. There's the geosphere, there's the atmosphere, there's the hydrosphere, and there's the biosphere. We'll talk about each one of those here in a minute. Each is unique, but each one also interacts with the other systems. So the geosphere interacts with the biosphere interacts with the geosphere interacts with the hydrosphere, which interacts with the atmosphere, etc. So these are all interrelated systems. They're all unique, but they're all interrelated. They all relate to each other. So the geosphere. The geosphere is the area from the surface of the Earth down to its center, or the core. The rigid outer shell is called the crust. You have oceanic crust, which is a thinner type of crust. You have continental crust, which is thicker crust. You have the mantle, which is below the crust, and it can range in temperature from 100 degrees Celsius up to 4,000 degrees Celsius. And the core is at the center of the Earth, and the core can be up to 7,000 degrees Celsius. So over here we have the crust on the outside, the outer layer. We have the mantle, which is about 2,900 kilometers thick. The crust is between 8 and 40 kilometers thick. And then the outer core is 2,250 kilometers thick, and then the inner core is about 1,300 kilometers. So just give you an idea of the size of some of these spheres. The atmosphere. The atmosphere is the blanket of gas that surrounds Earth or any other planet. For Earth, the atmosphere is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 1% is a mixture of water vapor, argon, carbon dioxide, and other trace gases. The atmosphere provides oxygen for living things, blocks radiation from the sun, and also helps maintain the temperature of the planet. Hydrosphere. So the hydrosphere is all the water on Earth, including water in the Earth's atmosphere. About 97% is salt water in the oceans. So about 97% of all of our water is salt water in the oceans. Only 3% is fresh water in lakes, rivers, glaciers, and groundwater. And a very small fraction, 0.4% approximately, of the fresh water is in lakes and rivers. The cryosphere is the region of permanently frozen water on Earth, which is part of the hydrosphere too. So it's a subsection of the hydrosphere is the cryosphere. And that's all the frozen water on Earth. The biosphere. The biosphere includes all living organisms on Earth, as well as the environments in which they live. Most organisms live within a few meters of the surface. Some live deep in the oceans, while others live high atop mountains or in the atmosphere. All forms of life must interact with at least one of the other systems to survive. Examples of interdependence. Earth's present atmosphere formed millions of years ago through interactions with the geosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. Organisms in the biosphere continue to change the atmosphere. Volcanic eruptions also continue to change the atmosphere. Research and technology. Basic research is carried out for the sake of expanding knowledge. Applied research is carried out to solve specific problems, and the technology is the application of scientific discoveries to create products. Technology tends to be transferable, which means you can apply technology to new situations as needed. So some examples of technology. So Earth science, especially the space program, has given us new technology. So we got freeze-dried foods from the space program. We got ski goggles, laptops, tablets, phones, ultralight materials, smoke detectors. These all came from the space program. And these types of technology can make life safer and easier.